Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Excellence. I'm your host, Todd Baldwin, and today we have Jason Nemus, owner of Summit Solutions Roofing and Construction. How are you doing, Jason?
Great. How are you?
Doing good, man. There you are, doing good. I appreciate you hopping on, man. I know we're on a Tuesday, and you said you've got a very busy week, so let's dive in.
Do. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, hey, I noticed one thing I liked about our prep call is that you didn't come from a traditional, home service background. You built this incredible career through network marketing, but yet here you are in roofing and you're scaling like you've been in the business for years. So I'm just curious, how did this whole journey take place and what led you to roofing?
Yeah. As you said, I have a pretty extensive network marketing background. I was in it for about a decade. I had a trash bag of clothes and lived in my buddy's living room when I got started. And through being around the right people, great mentorship, working really, really, really hard, and all the ups and the downs, and working on myself, keeping God first, I was able to build an incredible business. That company took a different turn on something that I didn't really agree with, and that had me searching. I always heard great things about the roofing industry. I didn't realize how great it truly was. So when I was looking, it was between roofing, solar, and the insurance space. And I knew people that were very successful in each space. And I talked to each of them. And of course, they're all going to make everything sound great, right? So I had a buddy of mine hit me up in December of 23 and
Okay.
asked me if I wanted to start a roofing company. And so from there, I was a yes. And that is what led me into the space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for our listeners who don't know you yet, tell us, I guess, who you are and then what Summit Solutions Roofing and Construction does.
Yeah. So Jason Nemus, born and raised in the Dallas, Texas area, Plano to be exact. And I mean, my parents had me working at 12. I don't come from a rich family. If you want something, you work for it. Discipline was instilled in me from a very young age, especially with sports as well. And I mean, a little bit later on in the years, I started getting mixed up with the wrong crowd, got led down the wrong path, got into partying and drugs heavily. Fortunately, I was able to beat that. This month is actually 5 years that I've been clean of drugs. I'll still have a couple of drinks here and there, a glass of wine, old fashioned kind of thing. But yeah, the drugs, obviously, it's even if you do it a little bit, it's still not. It's something you should stay away from. But yeah, I grew up and I had a pretty good family. My parents got divorced when I was one, but father was always in my life, still in my life, where I'm very close with both of my parents, and I'm fortunate for that. I After high school, I went to community college, dropped all my classes. Next semester, maybe finished one of the four, and really trying to figure out my way. School just wasn't it for me. Then I actually got into the door-to-door space, and I did very well. I was selling fiber optics with Verizon Fios, AT&T Uverse, and that kind of thing. And didn't lay any new fiber down for 10 months, and we had no new leads, and we ended up going broke. So I actually went back to school when I was 23, and I graduated the University of North Texas with a BBA in economics from the University of North Texas. So I graduated December of 2012 with a business economics degree, and I thought that was going to be my ticket, and I was going to get into the corporate world, and life was just going to be amazing. And that is not how it ended up. But that's when network marketing found me, which I said no to the network marketing opportunity for 4.5 years. I was like, no, I'm not interested. I got my plan, and I'm gonna do the school thing and get the career and a corporate job, and it was just a nightmare. So yeah.
What that's a great story, by the way, Jason. It's one reason I love talking to entrepreneurs. I find it very inspiring because everybody's got a story. And congrats on the, I guess, just I guess turning your life around. I mean, basically what you just said there in your own words, right? And getting down a path, and jumping into this network marketing where you were crushing it. But I'm curious, what skills from the network marketing transferred directly into roofing?
Leadership, culture, recruiting, the true love of seeing others win, not, being selfless, a servant leader, and providing a space where people can grow to the dreams that they have and beyond. And the person that you become through network marketing, it's something that lacks in pretty much every industry. And I mean, just the personal development side of network marketing, because they were very clear. If you do not have that force field around you where like nothing, no negativity can penetrate, like nothing can get in and get you to drift off your path. And like it's a daily discipline that every single day, and it's cliche, but I'm going to get 1% better. And how are you going to get 1% better if you're not getting new information? Because if you have no new information, you're going to continue thinking and being the same person. So when you're getting new information, that can start to reprogram your mind. And then you put in the action of the new information that you're getting, which will then change who you are as a person. But you got to stay consistent. It's a day in and day out act. There's
Yeah.
just no way around it. And our because our brains naturally want to go back to what we know, to what's comfortable, to what's easy. So when you're switching up everything, it's you got to be very intentional to continue keeping it going.
Yeah, that man, I love all that. You were talking about that, I was thinking about my son. He just finished his freshman year in college, from Texas Tech. I'm in Dallas Fort Worth
Nice.
as well,
Nice.
but he is in Washington, DC area selling pest control door to door this summer for Alto, company called Alto, and, been knocking on his own now for 10 days. He's got 6 sales under his belt, but
Nice. Yeah.
it's really what excites me is that discipline of date. Well, first off, this was his idea. He said last fall, "I'm gonna go do this." He's carried that through, but just that discipline of day to day, sun up to sundown, working. And I can already see a change in his, just talking to him, just this, it's like he's maturing before my eyes. Boys are a little bit slower. But anyway, not to talk about my son, but yeah, I'm super excited for him. I did that similar thing one summer in selling door to door educational books
Nice.
when I was in college, and it's the emotional side that is much, much harder than the physical side,
You
the
learn a lot
emotions that
about
run through you.
yourself.
Do what?
Yeah. You learn a lot about yourself, but on roofing, when you get on roofs, so there's physical side of the roofing.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, just that door to door, that network
yeah.
marketing, that rejection, just that mindset, and that you're repeating the process, trying to get, like I said, just get 1% better. I'm gonna pass that on to them, which kind of leads me into what you're talking about the roofing, because the roofing, business has a reputation for being a tough, competitive industry. What surprised you most about it when you first got into it?
I mean, it's crazy competitive. DFW is the hardest market in the well, it's the most challenging market in the country. I mean, if you can sell in DFW, you can sell anywhere in the country. Period. I mean, I'll never forget like first storm happened and you get out there at what you think is an early time and the streets are flooded with multiple companies, multiple people. It's just like there's already a sign on every yard.
Yeah,
It's I hadn't seen anything like it. Well, I probably did, but my reticular activating system wasn't quite there because I wasn't paying attention. But like now I'm in roofing, right? So now I recognize that. And yeah, I mean it was definitely a challenge. It still is. It's a very competitive market. There's 8,000 roofing companies in DSW registered.
isn't that crazy? Well, you're what, 2 going on 3 years in, but you've
No,
already
this month is second year.
second year. Okay, you've already expanded into multiple areas, I think
Yep.
multiple states. What's spurred all this growth? Because most
Man,
companies.
I have a large social media reach and I know how to utilize social media.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so that's yeah, I mean, that was something I did with the network marketing side and just creating content and putting myself out there and not being afraid to be on camera and doing it over and over and over again. I've spoken on stages all over the world. The biggest audience was like 26,000. And yeah, I mean, it's like everything has groomed me for this and with roofing and construction, there's just much bigger checks.
what's your social media handle, or as far as when you
Tatted Prez
pardon me?
is tatted, like I'm
Cat it?
tattooed.
Yeah?
Prezz, like like president, but with
Okay.
Z's.
Is
Yeah,
that the
tatted.
main channel that you're doing all this outreach on and content? And
Yeah. That's TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. I put all the content on every platform, but then I have a summit page for each, for TikTok, Instagram, and
okay.
Facebook.
And
So
so
like
you
I'm not putting stuff about, like, you're not gonna see jewelry or the car. Like, you're not gonna see that on the summit page. The
gotcha.
summit page is strictly testimonials from customers, inspections, us knocking doors. It's all roofing related.
Gotcha. And so you're
Yeah.
posting on both for Summit
Every
and
day,
then the
each day.
personal, it sounds
Yep.
like.
Yep.
No, I'm gonna go check it out. One of the reasons I told you I started doing these podcasts was just for content creation, right? Around home
Yeah.
service businesses and then repurposing that content. So we're trying to get much better at that because I feel like we do a great job with our clients, but for some reason we struggle internally to post content to help our brand. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about the paid values we talked about. You said that's really been a big thing for you. Paid standing for positivity, adaptability, integrity, and discipline.
Yes, sir.
So, how does that incorporate into your business?
I mean, it's everything. That's why it's the core values. You got to keep a positive mindset. Not easy to do, and it's something you got to practice and really be intentional. Like I was saying before, negativity is natural, positivity is on purpose. It is very easy to get down on yourself and just to get down when you're getting told no, and you're just struggling, and to stay positive and focus on the outcome and like who you're going to be one day, and the bigger picture, and just to keep going, and got no room for negativity. Positivity and negativity are both choices. No matter what is going on, we have the power of choice. So choose wisely. Adaptability, you got to be able to adapt to your surroundings and make it happen and be open to that. Integrity, doing the right thing, even when nobody's watching. Who are you when nobody's around? Because time exposes all.
I
And
like that.
yeah, and discipline. I mean, it doesn't matter how you feel, it doesn't matter what's going on in your life. It's like I'm committed to my commitments, no ifs, ands, or buts. These are my daily methods of operation, and this is what I need to do to get where I want to go. Again, no matter how I feel, like, your goals don't care how you feel. And there's going to be more days that you don't feel like doing something than you do. But that's where discipline comes into play. Discipline is, again, no ifs, ands, or buts. This is what I'm committed to. These are my goals. This is what it's going to take. I've heard multiple successful people say the same thing. Work dark to dark, maintain good habits, and do it anyway.
That's I'm gonna send this podcast to my son once we're once we're
We
done.
all have reasons not to do something.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
He's becoming obsessed. He said I was talking to him Sunday, probably the
I
longest
love it.
conversation I've had him on the phone in forever, but he said I'm obsessed right now with mastering this the pitch and then what they call the transition pitch, right? The transition people in the current company over, but you're hitting all these things that resonates what I try to incorporate to him like, look, it's a day-to-day process. Every day's a new day, man. Be disciplined, get up, go to work, keep knocking, good things will happen.
Yeah,
Obviously go ahead.
what is it?
No,
I
we
was
just
gonna say the thing about, like, door to door. I mean, you can be on a dry spell for like 4 or 5 days, not get one sale, but you're still in action. You're still overcoming objections. You're just running into those customers,
yeah.
potential, homeowners, and then you just have the next day or two, you go sign 10. It happens. Like, I've had guys, goose every day, and then they hit a hat trick on Saturday, and they just made $7,500.
Yeah,
And so
he's
that's why it's
already
important to stay in the game. You can't win if you're not in the game.
stay on schedule is what we used to call it back in the day when
Yeah.
I did it. Just you gotta be on schedule and, it's crucial, but it's, no, those are great tips. You said you wanted to become one of the biggest roofing companies in the country, if not the biggest, without compromising integrity. So how do you protect integrity while growing so fast?
I mean, it's not easy to do, and right when you notice issues, you nip it in the bud and get rid of that person. I mean, that's it. You got to train people right. You got to set the expectation from the very beginning. We interview tough. Like I drill people, and you'll know who's serious and who's not right away. And it's like you just when you know they're not the right fit, you get rid of them,
Yeah.
and you just keep funneling. So
Do you
eh,
try to practice hire slow, fire quick, or when you're hiring people,
no,
just
we hire the right people quick, but that's because they seem like the right people.
yeah,
Like usually they'll their habits now you'll see their actual habits, right? During interviews, people are pretty good at saying the right things, but it's knowing how to maneuver and how to ask certain questions that might get them emotional. So now I know they're an emotional being. So now I know that if they have an emotional day, they're not going to go, there's just certain things that I pick up on. But now it's like, okay, well, you go put in the work. Like you can't talk your way out of that one. It's like, are you working or are you not? What are the numbers? That's all that matters. And again, that comes back to the discipline. I don't care what's going on. And like, I do care, but at the end of the day, I don't care because we have a mission, we have certain goals, and that's where the discipline comes in. That's where you go do it anyways, whether you feel like it or not. Now, I understand life happens. Like, man, I had one of my top guys, he lost both his parents like in the same week. I'm like, bro, take a week, like that's a whole different situation. But you woke up and you got a text that pissed you off, like, bro, get over it. Like, your girlfriend's mad at you. Great, dude. Like, working will keep your mind off of it. Like, you're just gonna sit around and do nothing all day. That ain't gonna help anything. And so, yeah, people can talk a good game on the interview, but they can't talk a good game now when they're hired and it's time to go knock the doors and put in the work. And when you see people are lacking and they're not putting in the work, just get rid of them.
yeah, yeah. Well, there you go. Fire quickly, right? I think a lot of
Yeah.
business owners, they hire really quick and then they fire really slow, right? So kind of the point behind that they may know, hey, I need to make this change. For some reason, they drag their feet.
Yeah,
Um,
I hire probably 15 to 20% of people that we interview.
yeah.
So,
How many are you hiring? I mean, because you're growing so fast, you must be interviewing all the time.
man, it's not enough.
You need more people, more good people.
Yeah. Yes. More good people.
What's the hardest part of managing a roofing company across multiple states?
Good people. Good
Good.
leadership.
It all goes back to people
People
and
that you can
leadership.
trust. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I've slowed down on like I've been asked to come to Missouri and Louisiana and Florida and Colorado and you just yeah. People are wearing that brand. So at the end of the day, they can screw things up and just go work for the next company.
yeah.
But it's your brand, so you got to be very careful who you're bringing on. And yeah,
What's your bread and
It-
butter right now in the industry as far as work, type of jobs you like?
I
Or would
mean
li
the DFW area with insurance work is definitely the bread and butter.
you finding it harder and harder to get these insurance companies total roofs?
Nope, not for us.
What is there, 'cause I'm dealing with State Farm. I actually had a roofer out, a guy I've worked with for years, but he said they're not gonna claim it. But
State Farm and Allstate are generally the more difficult. Ever since State Farm they got hit with that big lawsuit, they've been better. Uh, but man, we got multiple State Farm approvals back. I also have a good public adjuster and supplement team, and yeah, I don't know why your roofer. I mean, did he even come out and look at it?
he did. He just said in his opinion, they weren't gonna claim it. He said, now State Farm, if there's obvious damage, but, there's gotta be marks, and,
You need 3 of the 4 slopes damaged, and you gotta, you definitely want 8 hits out of the 10 by 10.
yeah, he just said it's not there, and then I guess they also have the scale of how big the hail was, and he said if it's not over an inch, they typically won't even come look, but I don't think, I guess I just haven't had the right, amount of hail or so forth. I
Yeah,
haven't
for
been in a
sure. Yeah,
giant storm, but we've definitely gotten some hail, but
we're
yeah.
due for a big storm. We're waiting for it.
Yeah, be careful what I wish for, I might get a giant one, it
Yeah, I hope
demolishes
we
all my
do.
windows and everything, right?
Uh,
I just want enough damage to, get a new roof.
our philosophy is crush everything, but make sure that people are safe, and then we will come and improve everything and make it better.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about marketing, how you're generating leads and so forth. I know you mentioned door knocking, referrals, call centers. What other channels are working for you, or are those the main three that you?
Those are pretty much it. I mean, social media, uh, call center, referrals, knocking doors, ad campaigns. So I mean, that's it.
Are you doing like paid campaigns on Google or Facebook, or
Nah, it's a waste of time in DFW.
just doesn't
You
work?
literally spent no, it doesn't work.
Tried it, didn't work. So just
And
the
I've talked to many people, and it's a waste of money.
so you're just doing your social media outreach. Is knocking on doors still one of the best channels?
Hell yeah.
Just knocking on
We
doors.
signed tons of deals knocking doors. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they're always knocking on our house. That's why another
Yeah.
reason I like them. When they see this thing, they're like, "Hey," but we had some hail. I'm in South Lake, so we had hail recently, and they've been all over our neighborhoods knocking doors. So, I guess, any secrets to your trade there? Is that where that network marketing and then just that door to door sales comes in for your team?
What's that?
Well, just being able to help them or coach them on how to be efficient or successful knocking doors,
Absolutely.
because with Ring cameras and all that, people don't even wanna answer the door sometimes, but
Yeah.
that's your
Oftentimes I mean, we deal with that too.
yeah, you said it's one of your best channels, so there must be some training or something you're doing that's working maybe
Yeah.
how
I mean,
to
just be a little bit different. Get on the roof.
oh, there you
End of
go.
the day, you do whatever you can to get on the roof.
Would you say door knocking is where your best leads come from? Interesting. It's so amazing to me. Amazing may be the wrong word, but still just old school, right? Just old school knocking on
Still
doors.
works.
Not
Yeah.
where I'm not trying to do this with my site or AI. I'm just
No,
knocking
I
on
mean, we do all of it, but you can't get away from what has revolutionized all the industries, like the pest control, the home alarms. I mean, it's door knocking.
gotcha. What are some things homeowners mistakes they make you think when picking a roofer that you might be able to educate them on for our listeners?
What was that?
Just mistakes that you think homeowners make when selecting a roofer when,
I
hey,
mean, maybe they just don't. I mean, not doing their due diligence would probably be it. Like, do they have a legit website? Do they have insurance? What does their work look like? What shingle are they going to put on? What's the price they're charging? Are they willing to break the law? Because yeah, some homeowners want their deductible covered, but that's against the law. And if a company is willing to pay your deductible, eat the cost, break the law, if you have a leak, are they going to come help you? Are they going to be a legit company that's going to come and take care of you and honor their workmanship warranty? Probably not,
yeah, the
and
whole pay for the deductible or the workaround has that whole game is come and gone. I guess unless you want to break the law, right?
yeah, I mean, there's still companies that do it, but insurance is cracking down and people are losing their companies and there's lawsuits taking place. And I mean, we've lost a couple of deals because we won't cover somebody's deductible, but it's like, I like to think of us as the Bugatti and McLaren of roofing. Like we're the best of the best. We do phenomenal work. We back our work. If some reason something there's a mistake and you have a leak, we're coming to assess it. We're handling it and taking care of it, and we're doing it timely. And that's it.
Yeah. Speaking of just digital marketing, because I'm a digital marketer, I'm curious what you think would make digital marketing more valuable for you in order to get more leads, better quality leads, and so forth. Because it does,
Dallas is just such a difficult market.
yeah.
Again, you have 8,000 roofing companies. I mean, it's just I don't
Are there
know.
are there any markets that you're in that's not that competitive? 'Cause I feel like roofers are competitive in every market.
Well, we're in Tennessee. Well, yeah, but remember, Texas, you don't have to have a license.
Okay, there you go.
You
It's a
can
good point.
get a file an LLC, grab a ladder, and
You're on the roof.
you're a roofer.
I don't know if I knew that, and I think you might have mentioned that earlier, but okay, so other states, you have to have a license, but Texas is
Some
it's
you do, like Florida. There's
yeah.
major requirements. Tennessee, anything over 25,000 requirements. Oklahoma license. Arkansas license. Yeah, some you have to take extensive tests, like in order to get the full license in Tennessee. I mean, there's like a business law portion of the test. So that's why I hear. I mean, There's no requirements.
Yeah, that's why you get bad apples out there, right? I
That's
mean, you
right.
bad roofers doing bad work or willing to
That's right.
push the envelope or so forth. What excites you the most moving forward, say in the next 2 to 5 years or 3 to 5 years in
And
this
all
business?
of it, let me tell you something. I'm more stressed than ever.
Yeah,
My overhead is like, it's insane. And I mean, what we have to do just to break even is like, I have no choice but to get my ass up and grind.
grind,
And
yep.
that's it. Yeah. And it's like, it keeps me uncomfortable and I thrive on it.
You
And
thrive on the
I
uncomfortable?
thrive on it. I don't want to be comfortable. I need a healthy level of stress, right? A healthy, like, I can't sit around today and do nothing. Like, man, I work from when I get up to pretty much when I go to sleep. I mean, I was working on building an app over the last couple of days on the training platform and all these. It's like midnight. I'm like, my wife will be like, "Babe, come to sleep. Come to bed." I just
Are
and
there
it's
any
also
days
I
you take, like, a day just to recalibrate? Like Sunday, or I mean, is there a or is it just your
like
mind?
I'm not working all day Sunday, but I will still be working. And I'll tell you, when I first started the company, I mean, I was out hustling, knocking doors, running appointments on Sundays. There were no days off. But now, I mean, yeah, like I'll do church and brunch with the wife and maybe take a little bit of time, but like I'm still on my phone. There's still reps hitting me up. And so it's not like I'm completely disconnected. And some say it's a blessing, some say it's a curse, but I don't do it at the expense of my family. I don't do it at the expense of my wife. Like if my wife was like, "Hey, this is really bothering me and I really need a day where like we can just be together and you put your phone completely away." I would tell everybody in the company, "Hey, if you need something, hit up so and so or so and so. This is the situation and I want to respect and honor my wife in that sense." But my wife is a hustler. She's in real estate, she's a grinder, and she wants certain things in life. She likes the finer things in life, and so she understands what I'm doing and why I'm doing it.
Sure.
And so she's on board, and that was something. I mean, earlier on in our relationship, and before getting married, it's respectfully like, don't get in my way of what I'm building.
Yeah.
But it's also, her and I are working on building a family, so I don't think there's a balance. To me, my balance is 100% all in with all that I do, without it causing issues on the other side, right? So
I like that. I mean, social media glamorizes, entrepreneurship and being a business owner, but the reality is it never leaves you, right? You're thinking
yeah.
about it 24/7. And even though, you had a successful network marketing company, I think there's still residuals in play for you. You're
Yeah, I
still
still make
grinding
six
away.
figures residual.
Yeah. What did you say? How much?
Six figures.
You're still grinding away as if, you haven't had that success, right? It's like I'm grinding away.
There's just so
I'm
many
just
levels, and I aspire to have a nine-figure company, and with a nine-figure company, everybody's goals fit within those goals, and so, I mean, if my goal is, you know, 10,000,000, it's not big enough.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
9 figures that's a big number. Alright, well, let's circle around and wrap this thing up because I know we've got a hard stop. I'm curious, it's kinda off the business topics, but, podcasts, we're doing a podcast. Jason, if you're a podcast listener, and this could be personal, sales growth, business, whatever, are there any podcasts you'd recommend to our listeners that have resonated with you?
So, I mean, Adam Benson is great, the roofing strategist. He just sold his company to Tamco. I don't know how much he sold it for, but I know he got a good payday. He's great for the roofing side, but like I listen to Andy Frisella every day and Patrick Bet David, but those yeah, I love them. They're non-bias and they're very good businessmen. I mean, Andy Frisella's a billionaire and Patrick Bet David's pretty damn close, and it's a way to stay up with current events and
Sure.
get some good business stuff, and yeah.
I do a
And
lot of
Hormozi is incredible. I mean,
Alex, yeah, I listen to follow him too. I think
and
everybody on the
Martell,
planet does.
Dan
Who?
Martell is a Dan Martell.
Yeah, I've been listening to him a little bit too. He's been on the
He's
AI
a
AI side
beast.
right now. What about, one-liners or positive affirmations that you could share, that maybe resonate with you? I think you probably have a lot of them just talking to you. But for example, one of my favorite, I call them one-liners, is that's always resonated with me is the truth requires no memory, right? And so I've said that a million times to my teams and so forth over the years, but just speak the truth, right?
I
Just
love
speak
it.
the
Yeah.
truth at all times, and you don't have to remember what you said because you just spoke the truth. So, anything that you could share with our listeners that you've used or still use or like or that
I
jumps
mean,
out at
there's
you?
so many of them. It's like when you get put on the spot, you forget. But like,
I know I put
uh,
everybody on the spot, and that's why I always go first.
if it's going to be, it's up to me is a good one. Um,
It's going to
man, I
be, it's up to me. That's what John Hewitt from Jackson Hewitt told me on the
yeah,
podcast I did with him.
that's a good one. Man, I can't. I'm blanking out right now. We'll get off, and I'll be like, boom, boom, boom,
Maybe
boom.
something will come back to you before we hop off. But one thing I always kind of like to end on is that there's a young Jason out there that's wants to be an entrepreneur, wants to start maybe a roofing business or a home service business. If they came to you and said, "Hey, Jason, I know you've had a lot of success. What advice would you give them about starting a business or becoming an entrepreneur?"
There's so many different angles to take. Like, what would I tell my younger self? It
Younger
would
self,
be
or if
just
someone,
one thing. I mean, I just feel like there's so
well,
many things that are equal.
if a young aspiring entrepreneur came to you and asked for advice in starting a business, is there anything you'd share with them, or that that jumps out at you? I know there's a
Yeah,
lot.
look, I mean, the best investment is yourself and get around the right people. You know, if sometimes you got to pay to get in that room, but there's this saying, "What you know won't hurt you," and that's a bunch of bullcrap because what you don't know will hurt you because it's that information that you can apply that can change your life. And so it's get the information, figure out what it is that you want to do, and don't be afraid to pivot. Sometimes you need to pivot, but just yeah, I mean that's really what it comes down to is figuring out what you want to do, whatever that vehicle is at that time. Find the person that's the best at it, get in the room with them, or get the books that they've written, or understand like all the information is out there between Claude and Chat GPT, and there's no reason you can't make it happen. My freaking SEO kid is like 24 making six figures a month, and he's been doing that since he was like 22 or 23. So there's no better time than now. And another thing too is that I had that massive heart attack and died at 35, and people think they have all the time in the world. So, you could be 21, 22. My little brother passed away at 28. So
Wow.
stop thinking you have all the time in the world. Right now is like lock the F in and start being the best that you can be right now. And like, I didn't get my first exotic car till I was 40. You can do it within the next 1 to 3 years if you really lock in and go get after it. So, I mean, that's a whole nother podcast in
Boy,
itself.
it is, man. I could talk to you all day.
Yeah.
Such an inspiring story, and you're very uplifting, Jason. You can just tell you've taken, your life and molded into this vehicle of positivity, and anything's possible, and it's
It
all up to
is.
you. It's all up to you, right? It's all up to you. Well, listen, I know we got to hop off. I appreciate you coming on the show. I think your stories, it's a great example of what happens when sales leadership, culture, branding, and big vision, it all comes together. Tell our listeners where they can find you, Jason, if they want to reach out to you.
Yeah, I said earlier, but all my handles, well, Instagram and TikTok are Tatted Prez, TATTEDPREZZZ, and then Facebook is Jason Nemus. I do have a best-selling book, which most people buy on Amazon, The Code of Behavior, and it's funny because like I had a good amount of success, and then I ended up writing the book. It came out a year after I died, April 4th, 2022. And then, I kind of went back into my old ways, and I read my own book, and then applied my own book, and it works.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And we didn't even touch on the death experience. I mean, that's a whole nother podcast too. And I
Yep.
don't think I knew I don't think I knew about your book. I don't know if that came up in the prep call or not, but it looks like a cool book. And what another great part of the story. You read your own book and applied what you
Yep.
wrote to make another shift, if I heard you
It
right.
just shows that it works. Yep.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, Jason, man, thanks for hopping on. If any listeners want to reach out, Jason's a wealth of information. And of course, if anybody would love to talk digital marketing, you can always find me at everydaymediagroup.com or Todd Baldwin on LinkedIn. Jason, been great getting to know you and chat with you. I'd love to keep connected with you, man. I think you've got such a great story and so much positivity, man. And I think
Todd,
every
thank you
business
very
owner
much,
needs
man. Yeah.
that. Everybody needs it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for being on.
Yes, sir.